Welcome back to another video. This is a video to help you do task 7 on the 8D modelling project, and in this particular requirement we've got to help the canteen out at school. And the first one is to find out how often people come to the canteen and what they like, and also create a revenue spreadsheet. Revenue is another word for sales, by the way, with some charts. Okay, so the first thing it says here is go and find the actual data. So a bit like the sort of task before, we've got to find some data, copy it, and then format it. So where is that data? It's actually on Moodle. So it's in here. It's under data import for task 7. Okay, so open this up. Okay, and what we've got here is a lot of orange and red and all sorts of data, and this is the data that we need. Okay, and I'm actually not going to show you completely how you do it, okay, because I think in the last task you should have got some experience on how to do it. So what do we need to do to get this data in here? Okay, can you remember? And what you should end up with is, once you've copied it in here, so number 1, you've got to copy it. Number 2, you've got to format it or clear the formats. Okay, do you remember how to do that? Number 3, I would center it. Center the data. 4, I would add in some sort of bold and underlined, like these ones here, bold and underlined. And number 5, I put in some currency. So do you remember how we need to add? So these are the currency bits here, these bits here. How do we do that? How do we get those pound signs? We don't need to type them in. Okay, so those 5 things are what you need to do now. So you need to get that data into here, and when you've got this, then carry on with the video. So pause it now, do that, get it to this stage. Okay, right, welcome back. You've obviously paused it and you've done it. So we've got our data looking like this. So we've got number of pupils served by month, staff served, what pupils like in terms of hot, so how much money have we received in the canteen, how much sandwich income we've got. What we want to do is we want to add in, okay, a formula to help us work out the total income. Okay, so what do we start with? We start with an equals, don't we? And then we go sum, and then the number we want, the range is there. Press the close bracket, return 6,300. That looks about right. Yeah. Okay, and then we do this, don't we? Do you remember how to try to do that yourself? Okay. Then we've got the total income per month. Okay, and then down here we can put the grand total 2014, and we want that in there. Okay. How do we do that? Well, I'm going to show you a little trick here. It's still doing the same, the sum, sorry, not the same. But if we highlight all this down here like that, you see this little button here called Auto Sum. Click it, and it automatically puts in that sum function for you. All right, and then we've got that. So in 2014. Actually, let's see how many pupils we've got. We can also watch this. Boing. So we can add those up as well. So we served 38,000 pupils or servings. Okay, 1,000 staff were served in that time, and the income was £56,112. Okay, we've also got to create some charts. So what I'm going to suggest you do is I'm going to suggest you create a total income. Okay, So it says here, create a 2014 revenue spreadsheet with charts. Okay, so we're going to, let's do a chart. Now, to do a revenue, we want to highlight the month. Okay, now we don't really want pupil, serve, staff. Let's just keep this financial. So keep your finger on the control key while you do this. So my finger's on the control key, and then highlight all of this. Okay, and what we can then do is that gives us all the data for the months, all the lunch income, the sandwich income, the total income. And if we do a nice simple chart, okay, what we can get here, okay, is nicely labelled here. We've got revenue down here, we've got month, so you can clearly see in January and February you have the most revenue there, okay, and the least revenue obviously was August, okay. Total income, we can also see when the hot lunches peaked. They seem to peak in the winter months. I wonder why that is. Well, because it's cold and people want hot food. And in the summer months, they seem to go down a little bit here because obviously people are eating sandwiches outside. Okay, maybe bringing their own from home. So what we've done so far is we've brought the data in, we've formatted it, we've added in, okay, some functions there to add these all up. And then we've created a useful graph that helps us show the total revenue for that year, okay, by month, okay, and we can see there, get some useful data, some visual data to say, you know, some months are better than others. Why was that? Was it because it was a short month, because there was a 2-week half term there, or was there any pupils in school? So it helps us to spot trends, and maybe you could do that over years, so you could have 2012, 13 and 14 put together and see if there's any trends there. But that pretty much finishes task 7, so that evidence is what you need to complete task 7. Thanks for watching, and speak to you soon.